감사합니다. So in the last week's K-pop lyrics breakdown video, we dissected a really interesting song, and if you're one of those people who wants to learn Korean but wants a bit of fun and K-pop, then K-pop lyrics breakdown segment is for you, and here's a link to it, so enjoy. For those of you who have watched this episode, you guys know that we've stumbled upon this interesting grammatical concept that I realized I have never made a weekly Korean episode about. So I'm gonna take today's opportunity to do exactly that and go over some of the meanings of 게하다 and how it can be used in day-to-day Korean. First and foremost, adding 게하다 to any Korean sentence gives it a meaning of someone or something making someone else or something else do something. And those of you for whom English is not their first language, you guys may have this idea of the word make in English having this meaning of building or creating something, but just like some Korean words have multiple meanings, the English word make also has multiple meanings. And in this context, it has a meaning of exerting some kind of influence over someone or something else to make them do something. So, enough talking about English, let's get into Korean examples. And what I want to do today with you guys is I'm going to be saying all my examples in Korean, and because this is an intermediate kind of concept, I'm expecting you guys to know how to read and listen to Korean, at least on a basic level. So, I want you guys to pause after every example and translate the Korean sentences into English, practicing a little bit of your reading comprehension or listening comprehension. So, let's get into the first example. 나는 그녀를 연습하게 해요. 나는 그녀를 연습하게 해요. What do you think it means? It's okay if you're not quite sure how 게하다 plays with other verbs and things like that. Just guess, just try. This is a really good practice. This sentence means that I made her practice. Or more like, I am making her practice right now, in present tense. Let's break it down. 나는 is I, 나, plus 은는 subject marking particle, which shows that I am the subject of the sentence. I'm the one who's doing the overall action. 그녀를 is 그녀, which means her or she or that female, together with 을을, which is an object marking particle. So we understand that 그녀 is the noun the action is going to be falling onto. And then we have 연습하게 해요. This is a combination of the verb 연습하다, which means to practice, plus 게하다, and then 하다 being conjugated in the present tense. We can also conjugate it in past tense, future tense, whatever tense you want. If you want to say I made her practice, you'll just say 연습하게 했어요. Next, I just want to show you guys an example of how you can use the same principle with adjectives, which is pretty much just as simple because, as we know, verbs and adjectives in Korean are very, very similar in structure. So here's the second example. Make sure to pause the video before I give you the English translation. 나의 남자친구를 행복하게 해요. This is a bit of a tricky sentence because, like Koreans love to do, I just threw away the subject of the sentence. I mean, the sentence still has a subject, but I just didn't say it because, like in daily conversations, sometimes we drop the subjects because we understand that our listeners know what we're talking about. So, the meaning of the sentence is I made my boyfriend happy. I here is omitted as the subject, and we go straight into 나의 남자친구를. 나의 means mine. 나, which is I, plus 예, which is the possessive particle, makes it into my. 남자친구 means boyfriend, literally. And then 을 makes 남자친구 a object of the sentence, so the action is going to be falling onto it, and the action here, or well, the description here, because we're dealing with adjectives right now, is 행복하게 했어요. 행복하다 plus 게하다. 행복하다 means to be happy, 게하다 to make someone be happy, and we can easily turn the sentence around just by switching the subject and the object marking particles and make it into a sentence where my boyfriend makes me happy. How do you think that would look? Pause this video, write it down. Alright, it would look something like 나의 남자친구는 나를 행복하게 했어요. My boyfriend made me happy. All we did is just flipped the subject and the object, and that's it. One is now affecting the other. So this just shows how important object and subject marking particles, and basically any particle in Korean is. They have the power to completely alter the meaning of the sentence, and hopefully I managed to illustrate that. Lastly, I just want to point out something very interesting that I found while browsing the internet and doing research for this episode. I stumbled upon howtostudykorean.com, and they had an explanation on their website about this concept, and they mentioned that 게하다 a lot of the times gets paired up with the verb 놀라다, which means to be surprised, and it kind of makes sense because a lot of the times we make other people surprised or other people surprise us. So here's another sentence for you to practice your listening and reading comprehension. 한국어를 할 수 있었어? 한국 사람들을 항상 놀라게 해요. 한국어를 할 수 있었어? 한국 사람들을 항상 놀라게 해요. It's a bit of a long sentence, but I am confident that you guys will manage to translate it. The meaning of the sentence is, the fact that I can speak Korean always surprises Korean people. 한국어 is Korean. We add 을 to make it an object of this part of the sentence. And then we have 할 수 있었어. 할 수 있다 is a grammatical principle that has a meaning of to be able to or can. Directly translated, this part of the sentence means me being able to Korean. Doesn't really make sense in English, right? So we translate it into me being able to speak Korean. And once again, in this sentence, me as the subject is dropped because it's unnecessary, because I'm pretty sure you understand that I'm talking about myself, right? And if I would be talking about someone else, I would specify that and make them the subject of the sentence. So we have 한국어를 할 수 있었어. 서 is added here to create a cause and effect relationship between two parts of the sentence. The first part is the cause, me being able to speak Korean, and the effect of that is that Korean people get surprised. So the 서 is kind of a connecting cause and effect particle. Next we have 한국 사람들을. 한국 is Korea, 사람 is person, and then 들 just makes it plural. So 한국 사람들을 means Korean people. And then once again we add an object marking particle to it because this is the object of this part of the sentence. And then we have 항상, which means always. 놀라게 해요. 놀라다 means to be surprised, plus 게 해요, making them surprised. Koreans get surprised whenever I speak Korean. Basically the meaning of the sentence, which is true. Alright, that is enough of me talking about the 게하다 principle. This was just a small, short introduction into it. Of course, there's a lot more things you can do with it, but I just wanted to make sure that you are now familiar with this grammar point that you may have encountered in K-pop or K-dramas or anywhere else you hear Korean, and now you're this much closer to being able to use it yourself. So hopefully this was useful, hopefully you learned something new and had fun along the way. And if you did, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I make Korean learning videos every week, so come along, hang out with me, and learn Korean in a fun and hopefully interactive way. I hope you're all gonna have a wonderful weekend coming ahead, and I will see you all next week. Bye! 안녕!